Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. My name's Katie. I'm here to teach you yoga for Kristen Andrus. If you have a block by chance, grab one. If you've got tight hamstrings, we'll be doing just a little bit of an exercise with hamstrings, and you might want to use a block for it. If you don't have a block, that's completely fine. You can grab a stack of books or just anything that can maybe heighten your hands off of the ground, a couple inches to a foot. It'll just help out. If you don't have your mat rolled out, go ahead and roll out your mat. If you need to grab water or anything, please go ahead and grab some. I'm gonna turn off these comments just so you can see everything that's going on. Good morning. All right, so go ahead and take a seat on your mat. And to start class today, just adjust yourself, scoot around until you feel comfortable. Maybe take a few shoulder rolls, just kind of opening up your chest. We all tend to sit hunchbacked, right, when we're texting and we're driving and we're typing at our computer. So just for a second, kind of roll everything back, allow your neck to elongate, allow your chest to lift up and be proud, and use your core just a little bit to help support you. Instead of putting all of that support into your spine, use your core to help you lift up a little bit. All right? If you're with me, go ahead and take a big inhale through your nose. Fill up. Loud, open mouth exhale. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Sigh it out. One more. Fill it up. And let it go. I have one of my favorite quotes from Ram Dass written down for our intention for class today. I had to write it down because it's a little bit long and I just couldn't memorize all of it. So here's the quote. When you go out into the woods and you look at the trees, you see all these different trees. And some of them are bent, and some of them are straight, and some of them are evergreens, and some of them are whatever. And you look at the tree and you allow it. You see why it is the way it is. You sort of understand that it didn't get enough light, and so it turned that way. And you don't get all emotional about it. You just allow it. You appreciate the tree. The minute you get near humans, you lose all of that. And you are constantly saying, you're to this, or I'm to that, and that judging mind comes in. And so, I practice turning people into trees, which means appreciating them just the way you are, just the way that they are. And I think this is such a good quote because often we try to turn people into a version that we want them to be. You know, he would be so much better if he would just do this, or she would be so much better if she could just become this. And instead, why can't we just allow people to be as they are and look for ways to understand them instead of to change them? Look for ways to be with them instead of to fix them. So this week, I encourage you to practice turning people into trees and just allowing them to be the way that they are. Let's start our class in Supta Baddha Konasana today. You'll lie down on your back, bring the soles of your feet to touch, and let your knees splay out wide. If you'd like, you can bring a hand to your heart and another one to your belly, connecting. If you'd rather, you can cactus or tee out your arms to help that chest open up even more. Take a second here, really relax your face. Allow your head to sink into the ground. Loosen up your jaw. If you're holding any tension there, move it around a little bit. Allow your tongue to move away from the roof of your mouth. And that space between your eyebrows, relax that space between your eyebrows. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up, inhale. Sigh it out. Inhale, biggest breath yet. Let it go. Close your knees like a book, bring them into your chest. Rock right, rock left, massage your low back. You can wrap your arms around your legs if you'd like, but let your head remain heavy on the ground. Figure 4 stretch, left foot to the ground, right ankle to the top of your left knee. Let your hip open. Stay here or interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Pick your left foot off the ground and start to pull your left thigh in towards your chest. If that's enough, stay there. If you want more, use your right elbow to press your right knee away, helping to further open up through your right hip. If both knees are bent, flex both of your feet. That will help you protect your knee joints. If you can, keep your head heavy on the ground. One more breath in, tighter. Keep your legs exactly in this position. Bring your left foot back down to the mat if it's not there. Cactus or tee out your arms. Hips tilt to the left as your right foot comes down to the ground. This is a figure 4 supine twist. Gaze to the right, over your right shoulder. Next inhale, draw both knees back into your chest, neutralize your hips, neutralize your spine. Let's take that on the other side. Right foot to the ground, left ankle to the top of your right knee. Either stay there or interlace your hands behind your right thigh, begin to pull in. Again, if you'd like to, use your left elbow to press your left knee away to help you open your left hip more. And if you want to, you can straighten your right leg if that feels better. Or you can bend it if it's off the ground, whatever. It's okay. Notice if your shoulders are really hugging in towards one another. See if you can open them up a little more, smoothing your shoulder blades out on the ground. One more breath in, go a little tighter. Exhale, release your right foot to the ground. Keep that ankle to leg connection. Hips tilt to the right as your left foot comes down to the ground. Gaze to the left. So knee is pointing straight up to the ceiling. Your left foot, the whole sole of your left foot should be on the ground here. Try to control your breathing. Take long inhales, take long exhales. Be in charge of your breath here. Next inhale, neutralize everything back into center line. Grab behind your thighs, rock and roll just like a little kid. A few times massaging your spine, and then let it lead you back into a seat. I'm going to turn to face you here. Go ahead and interlace your hands behind your low back. Take an inhale and pull your knuckles back away from you, opening up your shoulders. Keep your hands interlaced and draw your knuckles to your right hip. Really relax your right shoulder and draw your left ear towards your left shoulder. You should feel a good pull in the right side of your neck here. Keeping that right shoulder relaxed, draw your chin down towards your chest. And then slowly, right ear towards right shoulder. Back to center, chin towards chest. And then head to neutral, gaze up. Keep your hands clasped. Inhale, pull back, open up your chest. Exhale, knuckles to your left hip. Relax that left shoulder. Draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. Nice stretch in the left side of your neck. Using your abs, lift up, draw your chin towards your chest. Keep that slow neck roll going. Left ear towards left shoulder. Nice and easy, chin comes back towards chest. Head comes to neutral. Inhale, pull back. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale, be gentle as you release. Move into tabletop, hands and knees. And then tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up as you press back into downward facing dog. Notice if your knuckles are lifting off the ground, and really spread your fingers out. Press down through all points of your hands, your fingers, your knuckles, your palms. Use your hands to help you root down. Pedal your legs right and left a little bit, bending your knees back and forth, stretching through your hamstrings, the backside of your legs. Take an inhale to gaze up towards your hands. And as you exhale, step up towards your hands for ragdoll pose. Separate your feet about hip width and then just let your head hang heavy. Soften your knees. This helps your low back release a little more. And bring the weight slightly more towards the balls of your feet than your heels. If you'd like, you can interlace pinkies into the crooks of your elbows to help you hang heavier here. Maybe shake your head right and left, just really help it relax. Bring your hands back down to the earth. Toe heel your big toes to touch. Leave that gap, small gap in between your heels. Inhale to halfway lift, bring your palms to your shins and lengthen your spine forward. Again, more weight towards the balls of your feet than in your heels. And really try to tabletop your spine with length. Inhale. Exhale, release, let your head hang heavy. Mountain, sweep your arms out to the right and the left as you lift up tall. Let your shoulders relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Cactus your arms. Open up your chest for a back bend. Lift out of your low spine. Mountain, inhale, belly in, shoulders down. Hands through heart center. Let your heart lead you down. Weight towards your toes as you fold. Head releases at the bottom. Half lift. Lengthen your spine, belly in tight. Chaturanga. Slow this first time. Hands to the mat. Step back into high plank. Lengthen your neck. Hinge forward and lower halfway. Elbows touching your ribs. Up dog. Flip to the tops of your feet. Soften your elbows. Roll your shoulders back. Press into the tops of your feet. Kneecaps, thighs off the ground. Inhale. Downward dog, roll over your toes, exhale. Breath to movement, fill up, look up. Breathe out, step, jump, or float, big toes touch. Half lift, breathe in. Release, let your head hang heavy. Mountain pose, Tadasana, rise up tall. Back bend, out of your low back, lifting. Mountain, breathe in here. Fold to the earth, soften your knees as you fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, use your exhale, ride it all the way down, halfway. Upward dog. Down dog, exhale. Gaze up. Travel up. Half lift, breathe in. Release, let your head go, let your neck go. Mountain, rise up tall, big breath. Back bend, open up, exhale. Mountain, breathe in. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Breathe out, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. We're gonna add on this one. Gaze up. Step, jump, or float. Halfway lift. Release. Mountain, big inhale. Here's the add-on. Sit into chair as you twist to the right. So right arm back as you twist. Weight in your heels. Knees are lined up with one another. Mountain, breathe in. Chair, twist to the left. Breathe out. When you gaze down, you should see all 10 toes past your knees. Weight is back in your heels. Inhale, mountain pose. Take that back bend. Open up, cactus your arms. Breathe in, lift up tall. This time, interlace your hands behind your low back. Come all the way down, shoulders relax. Big breath in, pull your knuckles down and lift your chest, opening your shoulders. Keep that grip, soften your knees and fold forward. Allow your head to hang heavy. If it feels good to you here, allow your knuckles to drift forward a little more, or maybe squeeze your palms closer together. You can soften your knees, allow your head to hang. Knuckles towards your tailbone. Nice and easy, release your grip. Half lift, breathe in. Plant your hands on the mat and step your left foot back into a low lunge. Scoot your right foot forward slightly so you have a longer stance, and then lower to your left knee for crescent moon. Hands come to your front knee, or maybe they reach up overhead, it's up to you. What you're doing here is you're leaning slightly forward into that stretch in your groin and your hips. You may even feel a slight stretch in your right quad and your left hip flexor. So we're not stacking hip over knee. We're slightly leaning forward so we feel that stretch. Belly in, so instead of splaying out and putting that weight here, you're lifting out of your low back and putting the weight into the stretch. One more breath in. Can you stretch a little deeper? As you exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Shift your weight back for half splits. Straighten your front leg and flex your toes towards your heart. You should feel a good stretch underneath your right leg here into your hamstring. Instead of lifting through your shoulders and letting your back round, you may find a deeper stretch by drawing your heart, your chest forward and flattening through your spine. Go ahead, crawl forward into low lunge, taking Skandasana. Move towards the left, allow your left toes to spin, kitty corner to the back space. Straighten that right leg, flex your toes towards you, Skandasana. Moving to the back of your mat, low lunge, so you can come up to kind of a wide-legged fold and then twist to the back of your space. Lengthen your stance as needed, lower to your right knee. Moving into crescent moon again, hands to your left knee now, or reaching up overhead. Be in control of your breath and stack your knee over your ankle, or maybe allow your ankle to be even a little bit farther forward than your knee. You want to avoid ankle behind your knee with a big deep bend like this. Not so great on your knee joint over a long period of time. So stacking there. One more breath in, sit deeper here. Breathe out, hands to the mat, half splits. Shift your weight back. Feel that good stretch under your right, or your left leg, excuse me, left leg. Crawl forward to low lunge. Lift off of your back knee. Skandasana to the right. Allow your right toes to spin to the front kitty corner. Straighten your left leg, flexing your toes towards you. It's okay if your right heel lifts off of the ground. You may notice a difference in your stretching abilities from side to side. That's okay. Our bodies are not equal on our left side and our right side. Just allow it. Allow it to be as it is. Body's a tree. Okay, come back into forward fold and then crawl to the front, move into low lunge. Moving into our sun bee flow now. We'll start out with rocket ship, really big core engager. So from low lunge, back heel high, you'll reach up, diagonally reaching your hands forward and your spine forward. So this is different than crescent where we're reaching up. Rocket ship is a diagonal line from your back heel up through your leg, through your spine, through your neck, through your arms. Belly in tighter, lengthen your tailbone. Stay right here in everything but your arms. Airplane lunge, fly your arms back. Roll your shoulders back so your pinkies come closer behind your booty, behind your upper or your lower back. Keep lengthening that neck. Back heel is high. Warrior 3 is next. Just for this first one, see if you can draw your hands to heart center and launch off. So we're thinking capital T in our body. If you would rather, if you feel like it, you can reach your arms forward, long, thumbs pointing up. Hands to heart is totally fine here. Flex your lifted foot. Moving into staff with your hands down. So as you lift your left leg up into staff, your hands are going to come down by your sides. Palms facing forward. Flex your lifted foot, allow your shoulders to roll down, lift up through your chest. Feeling this in our right leg, our right glute already. Moving back into that warrior 3 or warrior 3 variation. Either hands to heart or hands reaching forward. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Lengthen your back leg, square your hips. Breathe in. Airplane lunge, come on back. Use that front quad as you touch down. Again, roll your shoulders back. Open up and lengthen through your whole entire spine. Imagine your spine as a rubber band extending out of your hips. Next inhale is warrior 2. You cartwheel open with that right leg forward. If you need to adjust your feet, go ahead and adjust your feet. Stack your front knee over your ankle. Open up your hips by pressing your right knee towards the pinky toe edge of your feet. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward to lengthen your side body and then rotate your shoulders. So you are not bending over to your leg. It's not a bend in your spine. It's a lengthen forward and then a shoulder rotation. Relax that top shoulder into its socket. Spiral open your chest and your ribs, gaze up if it feels okay on your neck. Next inhale is star. As you reach up, straighten your legs. Maybe slightly toe heel in. So your toes are slightly pointing out. Heels are slightly pointing in. Hug in your belly, make an effort to lift out of your low back. Breathe in. Breathe out to horse. Spin your heels in, spin your toes out, bring your hands to heart center. While we're warming up, feel free to move back and forth. Just kind of rocking into this space, rocking into your hips a little bit deeper. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. All right, sit a little deeper in horse. Stay here in your legs. As you inhale, Reach your arms out to the right and the left and up. We're gonna really loudly exhale while our hands come to heart center like shh. We will do that in the flow. You're all alone, you can use that big breath, it's fine. Next breath in, back to start. Inhale, rise up, belly in, lengthen your tailbone. Exhale, warrior two to your right leg, back to the front, warrior two. Stacking that front knee over your ankle, extending out through even your fingertips. Reverse warrior, breathe in, lift up and over. Use your side bodies to help you lengthen here instead of releasing into this kind of side crunch. Try to lift up and over your left side as well as stretching your right. Breathe in, reach. Long arms will cartwheel you down to the mat. Move through your chaturanga. If you have Ekapada in your practice, go ahead and take it. If you don't know what that is, just ignore that. Regular chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Woo! Inhale through your nose. Sigh it out. Left leg high. Take a big breath in. Flex your foot. Low lunge. Step through. Moving into rocket ship. So engage your core. Arms lift as you lift your torso. Biceps line up with your ears. Back heel is high. Lengthen your neck, belly in, long tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, airplane lunge. Fly your arms back. They are the only thing that moves. Roll those shoulders back. Engage your back leg quite a bit. Try hugging your thighs slightly in towards one another a little more. Belly's out, bring it in. Warrior three is next. Either hands to heart or reaching forward. Lengthen that back leg. You can point or flex your toes. See if you can open your chest, roll your shoulders back just a bit more if hands are at heart. Moving into staff with hands down. As your right leg lifts, your hands come down. Flex your lifted foot. Engage the muscles in your left leg to help you stand taller, lifting out of your left hip. Engage even by reaching your fingers away and down towards the earth. Back to warrior three variation or reaching forward, that's up to you. Square your hips by rotating your right back of your thigh up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in for leg. Airplane lunge. Come on back. Try to move slower with that transition. So instead of falling back to the earth, you are gently tapping back down to the earth. If your shoulders are up close to your ears, roll them down. Belly in tight. Next breath in to warrior two. Cartwheel open. Adjust your feet as needed. Right foot, pinky toe edge is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Gaze over your left fingertips. On your next inhale, lengthen forward. Rotate your shoulders for extended side angle. Hug your tailbone in towards your back heel. Belly in tight, rotate open your shoulders. Gaze up slightly if it feels okay on your neck. Next breath in, star. Lift up, nice and tall. Slightly toe heel those toes in towards one another. I'm gonna turn around so I face you here. Breathe in, stand taller. Breathe out, horse, heels in, toes out. For this variation of horse, just while we're warming up, we're gonna take a little shoulder stretch hip opener. So bring your hands to your inner thighs. Take a big breath in and roll your shoulders back. And as you exhale, dip your left shoulder so you're moving into a twist, gazing over your right shoulder. quite a bit of pressure in the heels of your hands against your thighs, so it's helping to open up your hips. Next breath in, come back to center, keep the bend in your knees, roll your shoulders back. As you exhale, dip that right shoulder down. Gaze over your left shoulder. Use that pressure of heels against your thighs, heels of hands against thighs to open up your hips. Come back to horse, sit low, hands to heart. Here's where we get loud. Stay low, inhale, reach up. Loud as you can. Lift up to star, breathe in. Warrior two to the left, into your left knee. Remember to open up your hips. Instead of angling your tailbone back so you're leaning forward, think about squaring, hugging tailbone in. Keep that bend in your left knee, reverse warrior, inhale, reach up and over. If it feels good, gaze up. If it feels better, you can gaze back towards your right pinky toe. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cartwheel down to the mat. Move through your chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, big breath in. Downward facing dog. Into sun bee flow, right leg high. Low lunge. Rocket ship, inhale. Airplane lunge, exhale. Warrior three or hands to heart. Staff, left foot down, hands come down, or left foot up. Warrior three or hands to heart. Airplane lunge, big breath out. Warrior two, cartwheel open. Side angle, exhale. Reverse, big breath in, we're adding on. Side angle, exhale, come back, you got it. Star, lift. Into horse, sit low, exhale. Stay low, reach up tall. Loud as you can. Star, breathe in. Warrior two, into the right leg. Stay low, reverse warrior. Cartwheel down. Move through your chaturanga. You can always stay in high plank if you'd rather. Downward dog, exhale. Left leg high. Low lunge, step it on through. Rocket ship, breathe. Airplane lunge, breathe out. Warrior three, fill up here. Hands down, staff, right leg up. Warrior three, breathe in. Airplane lunge, breathe out. Warrior two, open up. Remember we added on. Side angle, exhale. Reverse warrior, fill it up. Exhale, side angle. Star pose, lift. Breathe out, horse. Stay low, inhale, fill up. Exhale, breathe into star. Warrior two to the left. Reverse warrior, stretch. Cartwheel down. Move through that chaturanga. We got once more on each side. Downward dog. Right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Rocket ship, breathe in. Airplane lunge, exhale. Warrior 3, breathe. Staff, left leg, hands come down. Warrior 3, inhale. Airplane lunge, lengthen your neck. Open up, warrior 2. Side angle, breathe out. Reverse, fill up. Back into that side angle low. Star pose. Horse exhale. Stay low. Fill up, reach up tall. Loud. Star pose, breathe. Warrior 2 into that right leg. Reverse warrior. Cartwheel down. Move through your chaturanga, heading into our last side. Up dog. Down dog, breathe out. Left leg. Low lunge. Rocket ship, fill up. Exhale, airplane lunge. Warrior 3. Staff, right leg lifts, hands down, shoulders back. Warrior 3, belly in, long leg. Airplane lunge. Warrior 2, inhale. Exhale, side angle. Reverse warrior, big breath in. Exhale, side angle, low. Star, lift. Horse pose, exhale. Breathe in, stay low. Loud as you can. Lift up to star. To your left leg, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Cartwheel down. Move through your chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog, exhale. Fill up through your nose. Sigh it out. Lower down to your knees. Grab a little bit of water. Towel off just a little bit, if you would like to. All right, I'm feeling that in my quads, you guys. So today, for core, I thought we'd actually work on a little bit of slower strengthening exercises and some stuff that can help out with your handstands. If that's a goal that you have, and if that's not a goal that you have, that's fine. You're gonna help out with lengthening our hamstrings, strengthening our shoulders and our core at the same time. So the first thing that I want you to try out is we're going to be doing a slow crunch. We're just gonna do 10 of these. What these will consist of is coming onto your back, hands behind your head. We'll draw our elbows up towards the ceiling and draw them towards our knees. So elbows and knees will come to touch. The next part of this will be keeping our hands behind our head, extending our elbows out to the right and the left as we lengthen out long. The next part will be a twist, bicycle twist to the right. So left elbow towards right knee. We'll come back out long. And then back to elbows to knees. Out long. Twist to the left. Out long. Elbows to knees. So we'll take the first two really slow, and then maybe we'll speed up just a tiny, tiny bit. We're gonna do 10, so 5 on each side. So come on down to your back with me. Hands behind your head. Draw your elbows up towards the ceiling, elbows and knees to touch, hold. Open up long, extend your elbows out to the right and the left, belly in tight, hold. To the right, bicycle twist, so bending your right knee, left elbow towards right knee, hold. Keep your left leg long. Come back to that long, long line, elbows out long, belly in tight. Elbows up to the ceiling, elbows and knees to touch. Hug and hold. Extend out long, elbows out, legs out long, belly in. This time, bicycle twist to the left. So right elbow towards your left knee, hold, open up your chest. Extend out long, breathe in, we're gonna speed up a little bit. Elbows to knees. Out long, breathe in. To the right, twist. Extend, inhale. Exhale, elbows to knees. Open up, breathe in. To the left, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug in tight. Breathe in, reach out long. This is 5, twist to the right. Extend out long, breathe. Exhale in tight, elbows to knees. Long line, breathe in. Breathe out to the left, that's a twist. Inhale, extend. Elbows to knees, 4 more left. Out. To the right, twist. Out long, breathe in. Elbows to knees, 3 more. Out long, inhale. To the left, twist. Out long, big breath. Elbows to knees, 2 left. Inhale, lengthen. Twist to the right. Lengthen out. Elbows to knees. Last one, breathe in. To the left, you twist. Extend out long. Last elbow to knee, crunch. Release, stretch out long. Whew, that was only 10 of those and I certainly feel it. Really try to let your whole body relax. Take a big breath in and then sigh it out. Again, breathe in. Sigh it out. All right, let's work on our shoulders a little bit. Rock and roll up to a forearm plank. Bring your feet to the ground. Step back into a high plank first if you'd like to. Then come on down to forearm plank. Go ahead and grab hands. Lengthen out so that you've got a long, long line. Booty's not too high. Keep your grip in your hands. Lift your glutes and send your shoulders back, chest back. Then come back, shoulders over elbows. We're gonna do this for about 30. You can go at your own pace, just back and forth, or you can count with me. 3, long neck. 4, down. Keep your belly in. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. You got this. 8, you can take any breaks that you need. Down. 9, down. 20 left. We can do it. 1, down. 17 left. 17. 16. 15. Keep breathing. 14. 13. 12. 11. Down to our last 10, yogis. You got this. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5 more, we can do it. 4, 3, I'm shaking. 2, last one, come down all the way to your quads. Bring your hands down, forearms down to the ground. Lift out of your shoulders. So you're lifting ears away from your shoulders. Breathing. We've got 2 more exercises and then we're going to cool it down. So the next thing that we're going to do, I told you earlier to grab a block or a couple of books if you've got tight hamstrings. You're going to bring yourself up to a forward fold. So onto your knees and into that forward fold. So if it's hard for you to get your hands flat on the ground, you can even bend your knees a little bit. But if this is pretty impossible, grab a block or something that you can lift your hands up on top of so that you can press your palms flat down on the ground. This exercise really, really helps with lengthening hamstrings and engaging your shoulders. What you'll be doing is keeping your palms, especially the butt of your palms, down on the ground, the heels of your hands, and you're going to try to lift one foot off the ground and touch your toes to your wrist or to an upper part of the block. So if you're very advanced in your forward fold and you've got these really long hamstrings, try to keep your legs as lengthened as possible as you lift one foot up and touch it to your wrist and then come back down. So you want to do 10 of these on each side. If you're with me, we've just done 2. So here we go. 3, 3, 4. So you should also feel your quads really engaging here. 4, 5, lifting away from your shoulders. 5, 6, flex your feet as you lift them up. 6, you should feel that length in your hamstrings. 7, and it's okay if you want to bend your knees a little bit. 7, 8, 8, it's okay to lean slightly side to side. 9, 9, 10, 10. All right, beautiful. Last little strengthening exercise that we're going to do for handstands are called switch kicks. And these switch kicks are really a great way to start feeling comfortable with putting all of the weight into your shoulders and getting inverted. I'll show you real quick. You'll start in that forward fold again. And it's okay if your knees are bent to help you fold. You'll lift one leg up. So I'm going to lift my left foot up, and it's just switching by kicking right foot up and landing on left foot. So I'll start out slow here. I'm going to kick my right foot up and land on my left foot. I'm going to kick my left foot up, land on my right. So we're just switching back and forth and getting just a tiny, tiny bit of time onto the pressure in our hands. Now, if you feel comfortable with that, you can start kicking your leg up a little bit higher so that they are switching in midair. But you do want that switch in midair. It doesn't matter how low it goes. If you feel comfortable with that, you can start going super, super high up, and maybe you even get a little bit of hang time in your switch kicks. As you do this, you want to gaze forward because your head weighs a certain amount of weight, and gazing forward will help you balance. So if you'd like to, take just a few of those, take maybe 10 of those, 5 on each side. Even if you don't want to, just try it out. It's good to try things that make us uncomfortable. That's how we grow. That's how we become better. That's how we strengthen. We don't always want to stay in this safe space, right? We want to expand outward. So about 5 more on each side. If you haven't, maybe grab some water if you've already done that. Just switching back and forth. And maybe you get a little bit of that hang time as you're switching back and forth. All right, if you're feeling good there, we're gonna start to cool it down a little bit here. We're gonna move into half pigeon. So if you'd like to keep going, keep going. If you're with me, head on into downward facing dog. Tuck those toes under, step back slightly if you need to. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Belly in tight, take a big breath in, lift your right leg high. Inhale. As you exhale, draw your right knee behind your right wrist, flex your right foot, lower down, half pigeon. You may need to scoot your left leg back slightly. I always say this, you can bring your heel in towards your groin more to help you square your hips forward. If you've got that block or those books and you feel off kilter, like you're leaning onto your right side, bring it underneath your right hip. It'll help you lift up and square forward. You can stay uplifted on your hands. If it feels good, you can come down to your forearms, maybe all the way down to your chest if that feels good to you. Deep breaths. Up to your palms, wherever you're at. Tuck your back toes under, moving into three-legged dog. So use your core, use your shoulder strength, press that right leg back. Take scorpion by bending your right knee, opening your hip to the right, drawing your right heel towards your glutes. Rotate your right ankle a few times one way, a few times the other way. Slowly straighten that right leg and head back into down dog. Lift your left leg high as you breathe in. Flex your left foot. As you breathe out, left knee behind your left wrist. Flex your left foot. Come on down, half pigeon. Lengthen your right leg out long. Square your hips by drawing your heel in towards your groin if you'd like. Maybe using that book or that block to lift up your left hip. So if you're kind of leaning off to this left side, it's all right. Bring that block underneath to help you lift up and square forward. Either stay up or come on down, whatever feels good to you and your body. Can you deepen your breath? Can you lengthen your inhales and slow down your exhales? Press up to your palms. Tuck your back toes under, three-legged dog. Use your strong shoulders, press down, lift your left leg high and back. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Take scorpion, bend your left knee, open your left hip, heel towards your glutes. Rotate your left ankle a few ways one direction, a few times the other direction. Back to three-legged dog, and then into downward facing dog. Come forward to high plank, and then lower all the way down to your belly, nice and slow. We're gonna take a shoulder stretch. I'm gonna turn to you so you can kind of see this better. What you wanna do is come into Sphinx pose, so forearms towards the ground, and then bring your right hand, kitty corner, over to the left, so your palms on the ground, and slide your left arm underneath your right, so you're making an X out of your arms. Now from here, instead of crawling more forward, start to crawl your hands out to the right and the left, and just go as deep as feels good to you. It may feel better to flip your palms up to the ceiling, maybe better down to the ground. See if you can relax your neck, your head, and you'll feel a really deep stretch through the outsides of your shoulders. lift up. Crawl your hands forward just a little bit again. And then you're gonna just take your right arm and slide it underneath your left arm, making that X, just crawling it forward. Now instead of more forward, out to the right and the left more, just crawling those arms out. Again, if it feels better, flip your palms up, flip them down, try out both ways. Maybe let your head, your neck relax if that feels good to you. Using your back strength, your core strength, lift up, untangle your arms, and press yourself up to a seat. We're going to take a seated forward fold. Bring your legs out long in front of you. Maybe scoot around so that you can get extra skin out from underneath your sits bones. That'll actually help you fold a little deeper. Flex your toes up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, fold over your legs, flat or rounded back fold. That's up to you, whatever feels better. Maybe let your head hang heavy, let your neck release. Deepen your breath. It won't move on without you, so just go deep into this fold. Close your eyes. Stay in your fold. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. As you exhale, fold a little deeper if you can. Let your chin draw towards your throat and roll back up to a seat. If you need to scoot forward on your mat at all, go ahead and scoot forward and then use just your core to lower down to your back. So just your core, lower down to your back. See if you can really, really relax yourself on your mat. See if you can maybe roll your head right and left. Just kind of let that relax there. Relax that space in between your eyebrows. Loosen up your jaw a little bit. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And once again, lengthen your breath. I'm going to come back to that quote as you settle into Shavasana. When you go out into the woods and you look at the trees, you see all these different trees. And some of them are bent, and some of them are straight, and some of them are evergreens, and some of them are whatever. And you look at the tree and you allow it. You see why it is the way it is. You sort of understand that it didn't get enough light and so it turned that way. And you don't get all emotional about it, you just allow it. You appreciate the tree. The minute you get near humans, you lose all that and you are constantly saying, you're to this or I'm to that. That judging mind comes in. And so I practice turning people into trees, which means appreciating them just the way they are. Yogis, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Turn your people into trees. Appreciate them just the way they are instead of trying to change them to better fit your mold. All of my love, all of my light sees you and bows to you. Namaste.